మీ క్లాసికల్ డాన్సర్ కదండి. 9 years and I love all these statements. Thank you very much. So typically a TED talk ante they expect you to cover your journey. So with your permission, I'll cover my journey today. You play a very big role in my journey because, as the previous speakers said, it's the relationship between the audience and the performers, and together we create the world. Agree? So start off point is we are aligned kada. I know this is a TED talk and not an interactive platform, but a sincere request would be to, so we are hungry for attention, our job makes us so. So I'd love to have all your attention here. Great. I hail from Hyderabad andi, very much from here, this place. Schooling, college, intermediate, I did honors in psychology, literature and political science, masters in performing arts with Bharatanatyam as my majors in Chennai. లేదు ఇంకా స్టోరీ స్టార్ట్ అవ్వలేదు, ట్రైలరే ఇంకా. Like any other regular student, I thoroughly enjoyed my school and college. ఈ మధ్య there's so much focus on holistic education. You may have heard of it. Schools and colleges today have multiple discussions on all-round development. I'm very grateful. My parents insisted on all-round development 20 years ago. Any show, any cultural program, any sports takkwe, more of cultural and artistic events, and they would say, give it a try. So yes, managed to gather a couple of prizes and awards by the time I finished my masters, and then came the question, what next? నెక్స్ట్ ఏంటి? ఇప్పటి వరకు ఒక 20-22 years ఒక ప్రొటెక్టెడ్ ఎన్వైరన్మెంట్లో పెరిగి, వేర్ యూ హ్యావ్ యువర్ పేరెంట్స్ అండ్ ఎల్డర్స్ టు ఫైట్ ఆన్ యువర్ బిహాఫ్, సడన్లీ టు ఎంటర్ ద మార్కెట్ సీన్. ఐ రిమెంబర్ వన్ ఆఫ్ మై డాడ్స్ ఫ్రెండ్స్ ఆస్కింగ్ మీ, పర్ఫార్మింగ్ ఆర్ట్స్లో మాస్టర్స్ చేసావా అమ్మా, ఎంత ఉంటుంది పే ప్యాకేజ్? And I didn't have an answer to it because this is something that I did purely out of passion. It was like a Mani Ratnam film in Chennai where we would make up Bharatanatyam practice sarees, meer chuse untaru reels lo. So we would wear that, go there, study dance all day. It's a 2000-year-old tradition. Man danced before man spoke. Classical form is different from other forms because classical art forms have a structure to it. They have a syllabus and we actually study dance. There are people in India who are doing their postdoctoral degrees. You can actually get a PhD in a classical art forms. Government of India recognizes 9 classical dance forms, and studying any of these actually contributes to your overall development. Enta ante, when children come to our institute to learn, one of the points that we emphasize is that this education meeku regular education ki complement avutundi tappa addu matram padadu. Enta ante, it helps you in building your confidence to the point of when you go for your interviews, when you present yourself, ఆ స్టేజ్ ఫియర్ అనేది అప్పటికి మీరు దాటేసి ఉంటారు బికాస్ బై దెన్ యూ వుడ్ హ్యావ్ గివెన్ అ కపుల్ ఆఫ్ షోస్ విత్ యువర్ గురూస్ అండ్ you automatically have a great respect for mana bhasha. All our scripts are in Telugu and a lot of songs are in Tamil. So you're suddenly careful about, and even as a television anchor, and today also when I host shows, I recently completed a talk show with a reality dance show with Doordarshan called Muvala Savadi, where in every episode we have 4 classical dancers and they are judged for their skill set, not only in terms of practical knowledge but also theory knowledge. Like they would play a clipping of an old black and white song which had a classical dance sequence in it and say, can you guess the dancer? And the sad part ఏంటంటే పాపం చాలామంది పిల్లలు ఒక హేమమాలిని గారిని కూడా మేబీ తడబడ్డారేమో గుర్తుపట్టడానికి. సో దాట్ to our field is a wake-up call that it's time we go back to our roots. I'm done with the formal talk, now I'll come to the interesting part. 2013 August, అంతకుముందు ఆ తర్వాత అని ఒక సినిమా వచ్చింది. ఆ సినిమా ప్రీ-రిలీజ్ ఫంక్షన్ అవుతుంది. బై నౌ వీఆర్ వెరీ ఫెమిలియర్ విత్ ద కాన్సెప్ట్ ఆఫ్ ప్రీ-రిలీజ్ ఫంక్షన్స్. ఎస్ శ్రీనివాస్ అవసరాల గారి నుంచి నాకు ఫోన్ వచ్చింది. ఈ ప్రీ-రిలీజ్ ఫంక్షన్లో పర్ఫామ్ చేయాల్సిన వాళ్ళు ఒక సెమీ క్లాసికల్ సిరివెన్నెల సీతారామ శాస్త్రి గారు రాసిన ఒక పాట పర్ఫామ్ చేయాలి ఆశ్రిత. లాస్ట్ మినిట్లో వాళ్ళు డ్రాప్ అవుట్ అయ్యారు. కెన్ యూ డూ సంథింగ్? ఐ సెడ్ it's an opportunity, and at the end of the day I just finished my masters by then. My dad said, before you start doing anything of your own media until now, public field until now, you are saying you are interested in that. Conservative family, ఇటు తాతగారు ఫస్ట్ జనరేషన్ ఆర్మీ ఆఫీసర్, అటు తాతగారు ఫస్ట్ జనరేషన్ ఐఏఎస్ ఆఫీసర్, సైంటిస్ట్ మదర్, అకాడమిషియన్ ఫాదర్. ఎక్కడికి వెళ్తాను నేను ఇవన్నీ పెట్టుకొని? మొత్తం దాటి వేరే ప్రపంచం అంటే జస్ట్ ఇమాజిన్ ద అమౌంట్ ఆఫ్ టెన్షన్ దే వుడ్ హ్యావ్ రిసీవ్డ్. హీ సెడ్, యూ జస్ట్ వర్క్ ఇన్ అ కార్పొరేట్ ఫర్ అ ఫ్యూ మంత్స్, అట్లీస్ట్ యుల్ అండర్స్టాండ్ హౌ దిస్ స్ట్రక్చర్ ఇస్, తర్వాత వీ విల్ సీ అమ్మా అని అన్నారు. And like my previous speaker said, one has little choice at that age. I said, yes, Srini, I will take this up. So I spoke to two of my friends, can you join me for a semi-classical number? Na daggara part undi, meer vachesandi, let's choreograph something and present it. We went, we choreographed and we presented it in Marriott Hotel, if I remember. అయిపోయింది, ఈవెంట్ అయిపోయింది, రాత్రి అయిపోయింది, ఇంటికి వెళ్ళిపోయాము. And I was at Alliance Française అని ఒక ఫ్రెంచ్ ఇన్స్టిట్యూట్ ఉందండి. How many of you are aware of that? So I was there because I was interested to do some courses in French. And I get a call. I see a message అప్పట్లో. I don't remember from WhatsApp. 2013 సెప్టెంబర్ అనేది గుర్తుంది. ఆగస్ట్ అయిపోయింది, ఎర్లీ సెప్టెంబర్. From Srinivas Sir, message, keep your phone with you. You may get a call from Rajamouli Garu's son. సేమ్ నాకు కూడా బ్లాక్ అయింది. ఐ టోల్డ్ మై ఎగ్జామినర్, మ్యామ్ కెన్ ఐ గో డౌన్ అండ్ టేక్ ద కాల్ అండి. కేమ్ డౌన్ టు ద సెల్లార్ అండ్ ఐ వాజ్ వెయిటింగ్ ఫర్ ద కాల్. కాల్ వచ్చింది. హలో అండి, ఐఎమ్ కార్తికేయ హియర్. హలో అండి, ఆశ్రిత హియర్. మొన్న అమ్మ వాళ్ళందరూ ఉన్నారండి, మీ క్లాసికల్ డాన్స్ పర్ఫార్మెన్స్ చూశారు. దే రియలీ లైక్డ్ ఇట్ అండ్ this is an offer to check if you're interested to act in a movie. We are doing an epic series called Bahubali. ఓ షూర్ అండి. ఇదివరకు ఎప్పుడైనా యాక్ట్ చేశారా? లేదండి. చేస్తారా? చేస్తానండి. ఒక్కసారి ఇంట్లో I'll just check and tell you అండి. Went home. Then I had to do my own. That will take me 3 more talks to cover what happened at home. But thankfully this time my mother said, అంతకన్నా ముందు కే విశ్వనాథ్ గారితో I had done a series and film అవ్వాలనుకుంది, అవ్వలేదు. మేబీ అది ఉండిపోయిందేమో for whatever reason. Long story short, it was a yes from home. And then I went for the test look. Rajamouli Garu was there. ఫస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఆల్ ఆ ప్రోగ్రాంలో రాజమౌళి గారు వాళ్ళందరూ ఫ్యామిలీ ఉన్నారు, చూశారు అని నాకు యాక్సెప్ట్ చేయడానికి, డైజెస్ట్ అయ్యి నా బాడీలో సింక్ అవడానికి చాలా రోజులు పట్టింది. బట్ ఎనీవే, దిస్ వాజ్ హ్యాపెనింగ్ టు మీ అండ్ ఐ హ్యాడ్ టు ఫేస్ ఇట్. సో ఐ వెంట్ ఫర్ ద టెస్ట్ లుక్ అండ్ దెన్ దే okayed it. They said it's a queen's role and we had 4 days of shoot. Ramoji Film City, grand set. I remember I had a pink sari on and then we were supposed to give the phones away because everything was very guarded there. September 25th, I remember the date, and it was a podium like this. Bahubali conclusion cinema entamandi gurtundi? Part 2. Oh, thank you. Part 2 lo post interval lo first scene, Anushka Seemantam scene. Seetammaku seemantame ammalara ani, there is a background music happening there and she's seated there. And then I come, I'm in the costume and they're giving me jewelry and they said, పిలిచేయండి ప్రభాస్ని అనుష్కని అని అన్నారు. And then the stars walk in. First film, first shot, I'm looking at them, all this is happening with me. 9 years later, I am still excited as I'm telling you this. So you can imagine what it has done to my system. So sometimes what I'm trying to tell you, my dear friends, is that life will throw magic at you and you have to hold the magic. First hold it, tarvata analyze cheyandi. First hold it, hold on to it so tight. And then people will say multiple things, good, bad, whatever. I'm telling you the good part, but a lot of nasty things also happen with us, right? And when everybody goes, shut the door and sit with yourself at night. And when nobody is watching, right? Be secretive about your important things. Sit and decode your magic yourself. Only you will have the answer. This is your globe. Magic has happened to you. I'm sure all of you have a Bahubali story to tell. Where somewhere, something in some moment, universe throws it at you and you have to hold it. But I didn't realize it back then. Back then it was like, వచ్చానా చేశానా అవుతున్నాయి. Oh, ma'am is sitting. Hi, it's so nice to see you. I'm so excited. And she was so beautiful and gracious. And then she understood. వాళ్ళకి ఎంత మీరు ఒక oh, by the way, I just last year I acted in a film where I did a step with, any guesses? Yes. I also got to play Mammootty sir's wife in the movie Yatra. I was in Bombay twice, once for... no, I'll tell about my characters later. Anyway, so coming back to Bahubali, 4 days shoot అయిపోయింది. 2013 కూడా అయిపోయింది. 14కి వచ్చాము. 15 ఎండింగ్లో డిసెంబర్లో నాకు కాల్ వచ్చింది. అప్పుడు 4 days షూట్ అయింది కదండి, రిమైనింగ్ షూట్ 2016లో ఉంది. ఆహా, అలాగా, ఓకే. And by then I was married and I had moved to Chennai. I told my husband, I said, అయిపోయిందన్నో షూట్? లేదు వంశీ, మెయిన్ షూట్ ఇంకా ఉందట. ఓకే. Very important to get a good partner. I'm very grateful. A round of applause for him. He's a beautiful man. I remember my professor telling me on a lighter note, Madras University, Dr. Rajshri Garu, she said, పెళ్లి చేసుకోవాలా వద్దా అన్న జోన్లో ఉన్నప్పుడు, she said, before marriage you have to fight 50 people every day at home. After marriage only one person you have to fight. Go for the easier option, amma. ఏం తలకాయ నొప్పిదంతా. So coming back, let's come back to Bahubali. 2016 March నుంచి 2016 December కన్నా నిద్రించరా సాంగ్ షూట్ వరకు, those 6 months కుంతల రాజ్యపు రాణిలాగా. It was lovely. And this was pre-social media. 2017 April, Bahubali released. I was in the US, I remember. My brother lives there. And అక్కడికి వెళ్ళే ముందే ఇక్కడ ఎయిర్పోర్ట్ నుంచే స్టార్ట్ అయింది, ఏమనేనా, ఏమే కాదా, ఈమెనే, all that, right? So it still happens with me and it's very interesting. In fact, some of the interesting lines that I get is, आप सिंधी कॉलोनी में रहते? नहीं रहती मैं सिंधी कॉलोनी में. अरे मैं देखा आपको सिंधी कॉलोनी में. So it's very interesting how the brain can interpret familiarity in different ways, right? Okay. Bahubali release అయింది. 3 years తర్వాత లాక్డౌన్ వచ్చింది. వెంటనే మళ్ళీ లాక్డౌన్లో నాకు 2 పిల్లలు పుట్టేశారు. బట్ లెట్స్ గో బ్యాక్. ఈ 3 yearsలో ఏం జరిగింది? ఈ 3 yearsలో నా యాత్రలో ఒక యాత్ర సినిమా వచ్చింది. అందులో మమ్ముట్టి గారితో పాటు వైఎస్ విజయమ్మ గారిలాగా ఐ హ్యాడ్ టు పోర్ట్రే అ వెరీ డిగ్నిఫైడ్ క్యారెక్టర్. అండ్ ఫర్ అ 30-year-old టు ప్లే సంబడి మచ్ ఓల్డర్ ఆన్ స్క్రీన్ వాజ్ ఛాలెంజింగ్, also exciting. And that also fetched me my first award as the best character actor. Turning point where, you know, when you go for the ball, first ball vesestaru, second ball, and then when you start seeing the score, the game gets more intense. So with every role that I played, the game is getting more and more intense. And then there was a movie that released mid-2019, which had, I'll sing the song, Dhira 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 Gali Laga. Yes, that was an experience in itself. And then lockdown low, when the world was cracking, I got a crack in my life where I played somebody actually crack. Where I go and tell the hero, please, please, మా అమ్మాయిని కాపాడండి. And then I go tell my villain husband that పోయాండి లేపేసే, నేనే యాక్చువల్ విలన్ ఇక్కడ. So that needed, ఏమవుతుందంటేనండి, when you play different characters, actually నా సైకాలజీ చదివిందంతా నా యాక్టింగ్లో బాగా పనికొస్తుంది ఇప్పుడు. Because with every character, you have to dig deep into your personality and you have to understand yourself. For example, when we play a negative character, you have to really shout and I have to make you believe that I'm the bad guy here. I have to sell myself that yes, I will rob you today. Meer believe cheyaladi, and for you to believe, I should first believe what I'm selling to you. Yes or no? So now we come to the concept of conviction. How convinced I am to play this character. Last year, I got to play a protagonist role of a Brahmakumari Garu called Lakshmakya Garu. It's a real-life character. She's no more. She passed away 7 years ago. And her family came to me. Oh, really? We're not even like halfway through. Okay, I'll quickly finish the other characters then. Tell me, I'm going to tell you the scene and you tell me which film this is. The entire family is seated. Good job, thank you. And early this year, I had to play an empathetic judge who tells, please guess, for the benefit of doubt. An empathetic judge who looks at a girl who went through a very unpleasant experience and says, idanta jarigindha anta pakkan bet first bone chesava manuvo. And I had so many phone calls. And messages that said, Madam, chala baga anpinchindi, that as a judge you reached out. So what I'm trying to tell you, my dear friends, is that through your work, you can actually connect to the larger purpose. 2013లో ఇంత జరుగుతుందా నేను ఊహించలేదు. అండ్ కొంచెం చిన్న మొండితనం అనుకోవచ్చు, లేకపోతే భయం అనుకోవచ్చు. One thing I told myself is that I am not going to change myself or upgrade my lifestyle or change my physicality, because a woman's body goes through so much post-childbirth. You have confidence issues, you have body image issues. At the same time, I made a promise to myself that core disturb nahi karna hai. The person that we are at the heart should not be disturbed. So I continue to lead my life in the exact same manner as I did before all this happened to me. But I'm just very grateful that life has been very kind. And on that note, I would like to actually dedicate this talk to my parents, my in-laws, my family, my brother, everybody. Because without a support system, it really takes a village to not just raise a child, but also give a woman space to grow. You need mental space to grow. You need physical space to grow. You need emotional space to grow. And let me tell you one thing. Everybody who sounds like a well-wisher may not be your well-wisher. Some people, oh, congratulations, ochindata kada nikadi. Congratulations. They are not meaning it. You can see it in their body language that they are not happy for you. But somebody can come and just hold your hand and say, Bon chesava, are you good? You know that they mean well for you. So my dear girls especially, be very smart. You don't have to do anything to them. One thing that I'm so grateful to my parents is for that. Every time I would come home, I still do that. Human psychology, Andy, that when something is growing or going up or somebody is leading their journey, లాగడం వెనకాల వాళ్ళని ఎట్లా అట్లా చేసి స్కోబి తోడు అనేది ఒకటి వస్తుంది, ఒక డార్క్ సైడ్ మనందరిలో ఉంటుంది. అండ్ పీపుల్ విల్ ట్రై టు, that will happen. Be prepared for it. Especially once you're still protected in your college, but make the most of your college, attend the classes, love your professors and teachers. They're here leaving their families and their life to give you a future. Please recognize that. It's a beautiful phase. So be smart, make your judgment wisely, and I promise you the world is yours.